volunteers scouring social media and online obituaries. They're counting the Russian soldiers killed in Ukraine, a number he accuses the government of trying to conceal.
There's no actual data from Russian officials, or there is no other options.
Litovrin is with the independent Russian outlet Mediazona. He and his colleagues, along with journalists from BBC's Russian service, update the database every week.
In the last week, we had 15,000 confirmed deaths, and we believe that the real number is 2 or 3 times higher.
Not included in their numbers, soldiers still listed as missing. He also knows there are graves for those killed in Ukraine, but his team can't add them because they haven't been able to find any other information. Some of the images of Russia's military burials are taken by Vitaly Vatanovsky. The former Air Force officer walks by row after row of graves in the Krasnodar region in southwest Russia. He takes videos of the ones belonging to the Russian fighters who were killed in Ukraine, and he posts them to social media. Some images show mounds of fresh dirt covered in large bouquets and colorful portraits. He tells CBC News a few headstones reveal that some were just 19 years old. They're healthy young men who could benefit the state, he says. They end up lying in the ground now. In December, he photographed a cemetery for those who signed up to fight for the Wagner Group, a private military contractor who recruited tens of thousands of men out of prison. The graves at the Wagner Cemetery are marked with simple wooden crosses. The last time I was there were about 30 graves without signs at all, he said. Vatanovsky has been threatened for his post. He says he's currently under criminal investigation but doesn't plan to leave Russia. 2 months ago, journalist Karina Pronina had to flee after receiving a tip that police were coming to search her house. She was previously arrested when reporting on a funeral for a soldier in the eastern Siberian region of Buryatia. We need to have some figures, she said. This is all evidence of an era, a period of Russian history which she describes as truly awful. She admits she sometimes feels dismayed that her country's attitude towards the war has not shifted, but she says she'll keep reporting on the number of deaths because her only weapon is to try to make that information public. Briar Stewart, CBC News, London.
A court in Belarus has sentenced Nobel Peace Prize winner Ales Bialiatski to 10 years in prison. Bialiatski was awarded the prize last year for promoting human rights and democracy in the country. He's been behind bars since 2020. Bialiatski and thousands of others were jailed for protesting against the election that gave Alexander Lukashenko his 4th term as president of Belarus. Canadian Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly says Bialiatski and his colleagues must be released. Global Affairs Canada has added its voice to the widespread condemnation of comments by Israel's finance minister. Bezalel Smotrich called for the Palestinian village of Huwara to be wiped out. Smotrich was responding after Israeli settlers rampaged through the village. They were angry about a Palestinian gun attack that killed 2 Israeli brothers. Smotrich said Huwara was full of Palestinian terrorists and should be erased. UN Human Rights Chief Volker Turk also spoke out today, denouncing the comments.
The attack was strongly condemned by the President of Israel, who called it, and I quote, criminal violence against innocents, which harms us as a moral society and a lawful country. Yet, the finance minister publicly called for the town of Huwara to be wiped out, an unfathomable statement of incitement to violence and hostility.
Turk told the Human Rights Council the situation in the occupied territories is a tragedy. Coming right up, a bookstore with a library of employee data that hackers targeted. What happened at Indigo is raising questions about how companies keep and protect valuable information. Plus, Target, Nest, Express, Stall, Bed Bath & Beyond Canada is off to retail's great beyond. Now, add to the list, Nordstrom. This country is a tough sell for some American retailers. We look at why. Later, we have this story.
This spring's lobster season comes with a catch. Dozens of maritime harbors are still blocked after Fiona.
I never saw anything like that. You wouldn't have imagined that the water could get that high and that the wind could get that high.
I'm Kate McKenna in Morel, Prince Prince Edward Island, later on the World at 6, building back higher to give ships safe harbor in the face of worsening storms.
Concern is mounting for past and present employees of Indigo after their data was stolen by hackers. The book-selling chain refused to pay ransom for the information. Names, social insurance numbers, and banking details are all compromised. As Elise Hadari explained, that data could be at risk forever.
It's early stages of worry. I'm trying to do as much as I can to protect myself, like canceling credit cards, changing like any possible password.
Sean worked at Indigo 3 years ago. A few days ago, his former employer got in touch to say his personal data was stolen. Now he's worried about identity theft, which is also why CBC News has agreed to not use his last name.
You have to wonder how much of this can you control, how much of this is out of your control.
But it's worrying.
It's the same situation for Megan in Montreal. She worked for the bookseller years ago, but things like her social insurance number don't change.
It's definitely making me a little bit more scared, I guess, thinking about the future, because this is something that will follow me potentially for the rest of my life.
After a cyber attack several weeks ago, Indigo's website went down. It's only partially back up now, but in recent days, current employees of the company and many former ones were told names, addresses, bank account, and social insurance numbers were compromised and held for ransom by an online hacker group.
This is just nothing different than digital extortion.
Chester Wisniewski is with cybersecurity company Sophos.
It's about 50% of the time, victims do pay the ransom, and so they're just rolling the dice.
Indigo refused to pay. A post online threatened to release the data publicly on Thursday. It didn't appear to show up on time, but that doesn't mean the risk is gone.
You should always assume that the data's been compromised. We don't know. I mean, they are criminals after all. They are not obligated to do anything that they say they're going to do.
We have to look to our employers and ask why. Why are you keeping this information?
Sharon Polsky is president of the Privacy and Access Council of Canada. She says part of the problem is that many companies keep too much data, and for too long, it can make a tempting target.
You have to teach your people, because everybody in the organization is responsible, and that's where ransomware comes in. Somebody, somewhere, did something or neglected to do something, and that's what lets malware into an organization, and it brings down everything and puts a lot of people's lives in long-term jeopardy.
Indigo has said there's no indication its customers are at risk. The company bought 2 years of credit monitoring for some victims. But for those victims, the risk of identity theft is higher for the rest of their lives. Elise Hadari, CBC News, Calgary.
There are new worries about Canada's retail landscape in the wake of Nordstrom's decision to close shop. It stopped online sales overnight after announcing the closure of all its 13 Canadian stores by the end of June. It brought the first U.S. retailer to pack up and leave. And as Jimmy Wong reports, it may not be the last.
Colorful dresses, crisp shirts, and fancy purses showcased in beautiful displays. Nordstrom is a shopper's paradise. The times are changing.
Disappointed, for sure.
The high-end department store launched in Canada with much fanfare 9 years ago. We ran into Cheryl Messer at the Nordstrom Rack in Edmonton. She says she visits the store at least once a week.
Just because they they're revolving stock and different designer stuff that come in, it's kind of like